50 here on the Big 550 KTRS. Dean Barber is with us. He is the host of America's Wealth Management Show that is here on the Big 550 KTRS. It airs Saturday. Dean Barber joins us via Skype. Good morning, Dean Barber.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
You are the author of a brand new book called Social Security Essentials. First of all, we all need to know all about Social Security, and you I've listened to your show on the weekends. You sort of break it down so that average Joes like me can understand what's going on.
It's important to do that. You know, there's for a married couple, there are typically about 1,000 or more choices on how a person can choose their Social Security. And the difference between the best claiming strategy and the worst claiming strategy for a married couple can oftentimes result in an additional $100,000 or more in additional lifetime income coming out of Social Security. And the thing I think that is really important for everybody to realize is Social Security is not an entitlement program. It's your money. You paid into the system your entire working career, and not only did you pay into the system, but your employer was forced to make a dollar-for-dollar match for everything that you put into the system. So it's really crucial that you understand how to maximize and get the most out of that very system.
Here's what's fascinating to me. I thought you just take my money all these years, and then when I turn 65 or I retire, I just fill out a card that says, all right, start giving me my money back, and that's how the system's set up. What options do I have?
Well, let's take for an example a married couple, 62 years old this month. So the month of October 2013, a married couple would have 20 different ways just in the single month of October that they could choose Social Security. So the thing you have to understand is Social Security is comprised of three benefits. First, you've got your own benefit, then you've got your spousal benefit, and then you've got your survivor benefit. So as opposed to just thinking about Social Security in a singular form, you really have to think about Social Security as a family type of income. So you've got your benefit, your spouse's benefit, and then your survivor benefit. So one of the things that a person can do or a couple can do is if they think about full retirement age, and that's where a lot of magic happens. Full retirement age, or FRA, is age 66 for people turning 62 today. So at age 66, one spouse could do something called a file and suspend. So they'd go in and file for their application. They'd immediately request that their application be suspended, therefore allowing their spouse to come in and file a restricted application where they could file just for their spousal benefits and then continue to let their own benefits delay. What this does is it actually allows both recipients' benefits to increase by a guaranteed 8% per year. So each recipient will receive 32% more Social Security by the age of 70, and they're going to be getting a check while they're waiting and while their benefits are growing at a guaranteed 8% per year. So there's some real magic and some real art to getting the most out of the system.
So it's the retirement age is 66 now, but as you mentioned, once you're 61, 62, you got to start thinking about this.
You really do, and it's the years leading up to the claiming of Social Security that are so crucial. If we think about what we're trying to do in retirement, everybody wants to know how much money is going to be deposited to my checking account month after month, year after year, decade after decade, keeping up with inflation for as long as I live. And at the very foundation of that is Social Security. So if we can first step back and take a look at how to maximize that benefit, then all of a sudden we know what our income gap is, the difference between what we really need in retirement income and what Social Security can provide when maximized. And then and only then can you really step back and say, all right, this is exactly how my money should be positioned in order to drive the difference in the income that I need versus what Social Security is providing.
Dean Barber is with us. He's the host of America's Wealth Management Show here on the weekends. He's joining us via Skype. His brand new book out is called Social Security Essentials. Dean, a couple more questions, but where can we get the book?
You can go to americaswealthmanagementshow.com. That's americaswealthmanagementshow.com. It's right there on the homepage. It's also available on Amazon and Kindle electronic format. But easiest way to do it, just go to americaswealthmanagementshow.com. People can order a copy right there.
I'm 46 years old. In 20 years, is Social Security going to be around for me?
Well, you know, that's a good question. I'm 47, so you and I have a lot in common there. And I think what's going to happen is that anybody that's within 5 years of retirement today, or say over age 55, Social Security will probably be there in the same form that it is today. For you and I, however, it looks like probably what's going to wind up happening is we're going to wind up having to delay those benefits a little bit more. See, when Social Security was originally enacted, life expectancy was actually age 62. Well, that happened to be the first year that you could start collecting benefits. Life expectancy is much longer than that now, and we can get full benefits at age 66 and reduced benefits at age 62. So I think what's going to happen in order to keep the system solvent is we're going to have to move back that retirement date for full Social Security benefits, and that's going to happen gradually over time.
Yeah, I've heard like proposals where they add 1 month a year. So every year they would add another month to move it up to 68, 69, 70 or whatever they choose to.
Right, and the other thing that's probably going to wind up happening is you're probably going to see increased Social Security taxes because you've got this phenomenon of the baby boomers, 10,000 people a day turning age 65 or 66, and that's going to happen for the next 17 to 18 years. And the generation right behind them is 47 million strong as opposed to the 76 million strong of the baby boomers. So there just aren't as many people working to support people on Social Security. So there's probably going to be an increased tax for you and I as we are kind of caught in that middle generation there to support the baby boomers.
Dean Barber, host of America's Wealth Management. If somebody works to age 70 as opposed to retires at age 65, I've heard you talk about this, your benefits grow exponentially. So those last 5 years really help you out or no?
Oh, they're huge. They're absolutely huge. But here's the thing. You could actually start collecting benefits as early as age 66, work till 70, and so you're going to be getting benefits. And what you do is you file a restricted application. So you file an application not for your own benefits, but for your spousal benefits. So you can be collecting on 50% of what your spouse is entitled to from 66 to 70. And at the same time, your benefit will increase by a guaranteed 32% plus any cost of living increases. The average cost of living increase has been about 2.8% per year. That equates to about a 40% additional income from age 66 to 70. And at the same time, you were collecting benefits.
That's all part of the book, Social Security Essentials. Dean Barber, one more time, where can we get the book?
You go to my website, americaswealthmanagementshow.com. That's americaswealthmanagementshow.com.
And we'll hear you Saturdays at 1 o'clock here on the Big 550 KTRS.
You got it. We're talking all about this Social Security thing. I want to just do one more thing here. Chapter 5 of the book, Social Security Essentials, is dedicated to understanding how Social Security is taxed. Because believe it or not, Social Security is designed to be a tax-free source of income, and it still can be a tax-free source of income unless you disqualify yourself. And people are disqualifying themselves from allowing their Social Security to be tax-free every single day because they don't understand the calculation called provisional income rules. That is chapter 5 of this book, Social Security Essentials. It's on our website, americaswealthmanagementshow.com.
And last question for you. You're 47. Why do you look so much better than I do at age 47?
Well, maybe it's not the age. Maybe it's the mileage.
All right, there you go.
All right.
Dean Barber, host of America's Wealth Management Show. Dean, thanks for checking in via Skype with us this morning.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
All right, 7:58 here on the Big 550 KT.